Sometimes running sucks. I'm the first to admit that, but running can also be incredibly fun. And today I will talk about 7 things that can make your runs more fun. And the last thing might surprise you a bit. I'm about to head out on an 8-kilometer run in this winter wonderland. That also will include me trying to get a new Strava course record up a hill. But as you can see, I'm running here by myself, which is okay, and sometimes I prefer it, but the easiest way to make running more fun is to run with others, both on those tougher sessions to help each other push hard, but especially on those easy runs. I found that the conversations you have with others when you're running together is just great, and it's so easy to get into that flow state of running and forget that you're tired. After reading a bit about this, it seems like getting joy from moving in a synchronized way with others seems to be very deeply rooted in our DNA. One study showed that small children are more likely to help a stranger pick up a dropped pencil after they had bounced to music in a synchronized way with that person. So movement together with others like running seem to help us leave our egos behind, bond with people and get a deeper connection. Most of the times when I'm running on a road, I would be lying if I said I was having fun. So if you have the possibility to leave the road and head into nature, I would highly recommend that. Running in the forest makes me feel like a kid again. Discovering new beautiful places makes it feel a lot more like an adventure and that you're out playing compared to being stuck on that road. I know that everybody doesn't have nature at their doorstep, but if you do most of your runs on the road and have the possibility to move some of your runs to some cool trails, I'm sure you will get a lot of fun out of it. I love running in nature so much, so when me and my wife were looking for a house, being close to nice trails to run on was actually one of the most important things on our checklist, and I feel so lucky to have this nature close to my home. When I run at beautiful places, it always inspires me to capture the run through photos and videos. Not only because the creative process of doing that is so much fun, it's also cool to have as memories and share with others to maybe inspire them to go for a run as well. And this ties me perfectly into the sponsor of this video, which is Insta360 and their camera Insta360 X3. I've been using Insta360's cameras for many years now in most of my videos, and I have gotten so many questions of how I film a shot like the one you're seeing right now. And the answer is through this little 360 camera on a selfie stick. So this camera captures everything through these two lenses in 5.7K resolution. Which means that you, after your run, can reframe it however you want, either on a mobile app or a desktop app. And what's really cool is that it also removes the selfie stick and have perfect stabilization. So you get this effect of a floating camera in front of you or wherever you place the camera. And it's perfect for capturing all of your adventures without having to have someone else filming you. So thanks Insta360 for supporting this channel and for creating this great camera that makes my videos better. Listening to your favorite upbeat music can for sure help increase the positive emotions running will give you. But not only that, it can actually make you run faster with less effort as well. A study from 2006 showed that while listening to fast-paced music, participants increased their pace and distance traveled without becoming more tired, which probably is because you sort of forget about the painful part of running hard when you listen to music. And at least for me, it's easier to focus on the endorphins you get and all the positive aspects of running when I listen to my favorite music. But with that said, sometimes to get into the meditative state of running, removing your headphones and just be in the moment listening to the sound of the nature, your own steps and your breathing can be just as great. So I recommend mixing it up to make your running experience more fun and varied. And if listening to music or podcasts make you enjoy your runs more and get out the door more often, I think it's a great thing. This point on a list of how to make running more fun might seem a bit out of place, but hear me out. I think if you have the expectation that every run needs to be super fun, I think that will make all of your runs a bit less fun. Because the truth is that all runs can't be super fun. And if you go out still when you are not motivated, and even during the run it's not that fun, it means you have discipline. And that discipline will allow you to enjoy some really fun runs. Because going out for a run when you really don't feel like it before, and it's not super fun during the run either, that will allow you to have the consistency that is necessary to become a strong and resilient runner, which is needed to enjoy those super fun runs when everything just feels light and good. And during those runs when it isn't super fun, it can help to focus on all the benefits, like the stress relief it gives you and the feeling you will get afterwards when you manage to complete your run, and all the health benefits running gives you, which are a ton. The most common mistake that runners make is that they do all sessions too hard and too fast. And if you do that, you will never get that easy, light feeling where you can just enjoy it. It's so easy to get caught up wanting to have an as fast average pace as possible to show on Strava to get bragging rights there. But pushing yourself hard on every single run and never allowing yourself to slow down will probably end up with you hating running. And by the end it will mean that you will run a lot less. And if you wanted to get faster by doing all of these tough sessions, it might end up doing the opposite, because you simply run less. Run faster, but I just said you should run slower. I know, but if most of your runs are a bit slower, you will be fresher in your legs and be able to enjoy some tougher, faster runs a lot more. Running fast and pushing yourself to the limit can be really fun and rewarding. Either if it's through doing a tough interval session, or running a race, or chasing a new course record at a local Strava segment, which is what I'm about to do now. So right where I stand, a segment starts that is 700 meters long and goes up this road with an average incline of 8.3%. The current course record is 3 minutes and 9 seconds, so let's try to beat that. This segment starts off completely flat before it gradually becomes steeper and steeper. So from the start here it's a balance of not taking it too easy and lose too much time while still preserving some energy for that uphill part. While I'm pushing hard up this hill, which although tough is something that I really enjoy, I would love to hear from you what you do to make running more fun. So feel free to leave a comment about that so we can inspire each other in the comment section. I feel that I have gotten a good start on the first flat section. Then this happens. I lose my microphone and can see it flying into the ditch. For a split second I think if I should stop and get it, but I can't waste time stopping on this short segment. So I just try to remember where I lost it, and I'm happy to say that I actually found it afterwards. I try to, as quickly as possible, stop thinking of the microphone and focus on maintaining a good speed, because soon this segment starts for real with the tough uphill section. When I looked at the times and how this segment looked before, I thought I had a good shot at taking the Strava crown on this one. But I must say that the weather conditions with this icy road is not an advantage. And although I have shoes with good grip, it's not as fast as running here in summertime. But I can only focus on running as fast as I can and hope it will be enough to take the crown. As the hills start, I immediately start to feel the lactic acid in my legs, and I'm worried that I pushed a bit too hard on the flat section. But I know that it's a short effort, so I just gotta keep pushing hard. During races and all-out efforts like this one, when I start to feel really tired and feel that extreme pain in my legs, I just try to focus if I'm able to continue for the next 10 seconds. And if I'm able to do that, I can keep another 10 seconds. So I just try to split it into shorter goals. Checking the watch here, I can see that it looks like I'm going to be able to take it if I'm able to maintain the speed. And I set this new goal in my head to do it under 3 minutes. And although my legs hurt a lot at this point, it motivates me to keep pushing this last bit. There I finished the segment and I'm happy to take the new course record and to get under 3 minutes. Thanks again Insta360 for sponsoring this video. If you want to get the X3 yourself, there's a link in the description. And if you buy it through my link, you will also get a free camera accessory. Train smart, have fun, and I will see you in the next video.